been called dumb once or twice in my life.
Start the countdown now.
I thought you said we were going to dress up.
I don't remember saying that.
A Halloween special. Why wouldn't we dress up?
I didn't have a costume. I don't know. I wasn't ready.
You not being ready is pretty much...
You give me proof I said it. I'll apologize.
I'm sorry. I don't record all of our
I
conversations.
thought you guys said it on air.
Oh, you still count over there, Tom?
3, 2, 1. Fantastic. All right, now this is the real countdown. All right, no, knock it off. All right, guys, welcome into the show here. It's a little crowded in here.
Anytime Tony's here, it gets a little more crowded.
We got a Halloween special today.
Keep going, Tom.
Tony, we brought in strictly for the creepy wind noises. He won't be saying anything else for the rest of the show other than creepy weird.
My sole responsibility.
Yeah, sole responsibility. Oh, you know what? I turned Tony's mic up. Tony, there we go. Now try again.
It's my sole responsibility.
Yeah, but try to give me the wind noise again.
Oh.
No. There we go. That's what we need. Yeah, all show. And this is your mic. We'll be turning it off or on sometime.
Periodically.
Less is more.
As needed.
Less is more. Welcome in, guys. It's not Halloween yet, but we don't have a Halloween show. We don't have a show on Halloween, and nobody wants a Halloween show 2 days after Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. And who's like giving up their Halloween? Oh, watch this podcast.
Look, I can't go out tonight. We got this big podcast thing. Got to do it. Welcome in, everybody. I'm gonna let people keep trickling in here. The one thing I like about people that watch our show is they're never on time, and that's my favorite thing.
Punctuality is everything.
Yeah, that's actually the new motto of the podcast. It's punctuality is everything.
Ricky Dickey's in the house. What's up, Ricky Dickery? Thanks for joining in, buddy. All right, let's get this thing started here. We're going to start this show out with like we always do. If you guys have never seen the show before, we always like to start out with a quick shout out. First off, I'm Nick.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Tony.
And we are the Two Dumb Idiots plus one today. Like I said, if you've never seen the show, we always start off positive. So first, we're going to shout out with a quick shout out. Damn it, I'm going to be late every time now. Paul, no, you can't be late every time now, Paul. You're the moderator. You're the only one.
The only one's supposed to be early.
That's right. We like to start this with a shout out normally. Today's shout out is kind of different. If you didn't know, me, Tony, and Kev all live in the same house together, same apartment, and we just got a new addition to the house.
It's more of a luxury condo than an apartment.
Your definition of luxury, Tony, is interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, there's multiple balconies. There's
so many restrooms.
Yeah, multiple patios. There's a gym.
There's a really nice restaurant.
There's a rec center.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of this, but supposedly.
Big dog table's the rec center. The gym's outside. There's a pool.
Pass than you do.
Bullshit luxury is just wrong word as well. We got a new addition to the house here. He's gonna make his way into every now and again, make his way into the show. Here he is. His name's Renzo. He's our new pup. He is, what, Tony, 8 weeks old?
9.
9 weeks old. He feels like he's already gotten twice the size since he's been to the house. Here he is.
Tony's been feeding him raw beef, so he's growing at a rapid pace.
Taste for human flesh.
That is absolutely.
Tony's goal is to train him like the dog in The Sandlot.
If he really had a taste for human flesh, we would actually have to give him back.
No way, dude.
No, absolutely, dude. You know how Renzo? Yeah, there he is again, hanging out with Tony on the beach there. He's a pretty
pretty chill dude.
Pretty chill dog. He's been he's acclimated really well. He hasn't been shitting and pissing all over the house. He doesn't bark. I don't even think I've heard him bark.
I don't know if he can yet.
Okay.
He hasn't
He's out
figured
at
it
night
out.
sometimes, and he gets wild. So
He's been waking everybody up.
Yeah,
There've been
he's the
complaints.
most harmless dog I've ever seen in my Tony's hat looks uncircumcised. I don't know what that means. Yeah, we got a dog. So Rick, you got to come over here and pet this thing. He's a cutie pie. He's very well behaved, and for some reason, I think he's a smart dog. He's already kind of figured out what's going on. So we got to.
He was cooking dinner the other night.
Yeah, cooking dinner.
Flipping pancakes.
He's always watching ESPN. He's really into this.
A lot of Animal Planet.
Yeah,
just big onto it.
Big on Animal Planet. All right, but anyway, that's our first shout. Also want to give my boy Joe a shout out. Joe and my boy Rick, actually, both of them responded quickly, and actually Stacy as well responded quickly. I asked for people to send in some goofy pictures, and
some people need a little poking and prodding.
Yeah, a little poking and prodding, but they give it 6 months. That's true. That's true. Tony already is working him out. He's trying to get him in shape already to follow Tony around. But appreciate anybody that sent in some Halloween pictures. We are going to get to that. I think Halloween pictures are one of those things that, I mean, I would say some people do really big Halloween shit every single year. Mm-hmm. But for everybody else, it's either once every 5 years you get to a big party or maybe college or something like that. But after that, you go back and you look at them and you laugh. But then I don't know. I think you kind of phase out, and then when you have kids again, I think you do it again. I don't know. For me,
it's one of those things. I will say it's one of the few like photos that I do think are like cool to have and like go back and like roll through. You're not like, oh, it's me at the beach.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But like the costumes and stuff like that, and like, you know, it's of a time. A lot of them are like something very specific to that moment, that year, the last, like, you know, whatever might be going on in the news. I always think that's super interesting,
and
too.
You always, and whether people want to admit it or not, you always put a little bit of thought, a little bit of time into it. You wanted to look good. You wanted to look funny. So I like I said, it's one of those traditions where I like to see what everybody's got. I think everybody puts a little, even if you don't put a ton of effort in, even if it's funny, you know. You know what? Speaking of which, I had a dead Osama bin Laden outfit I wore. I forgot to send you. I definitely have that funny picture of that one.
I'm okay with that.
It's like a bullet hole right through the head. Really not child appropriate. Anyway, let's get into it. Lamb, let's at least open this show. We're going to keep with tradition. We're going to start the show with a positive story, and then we're going to get into some Halloween stuff. So let's jump in here. Lamb had a really cool story, and I actually, as far as our positive stories goes, I thought this one was way up there.
Yeah, so this small school district in Arkansas, they said they have about 5 schools in the whole district. They decided they wanted to install a bunch of solar panels. So they put in huge different, solar panels, as you can see in the pictures. And they decided with all the money that they were going to save, that they ended up saving, that they would actually give all the teachers raises.
With the money that they weren't spending.
Yeah, with the money they weren't spending. They said they gave, on average, between $2,000 and $3,000 per teacher.
That's wild.
They said their budget went from a shortfall of about $250,000 at the end of the year to having a surplus of $1.6 million.
Wow.
Just by putting in the solar panels.
I'm sure.
It's like, why aren't we doing this?
Right. No, I love to see stuff like this. I mean, right down the street from us here in Glendale, their Glendale High has, like, the entire parking lot is covered with solar panels, and I'm sure it saves them $1 zillion.
The school I teach at has solar panels.
Same thing. I mean, I think it's a great idea. The fact that they ever did it and able to turn it back around and give it to the teachers is really cool. We talk a lot about in the show, for sure, that that money's not always used the wisest, so I think that's really, really cool. That's a great way to start the show. Pat, as far as your question, it's a Topo Chico. No beer on the show right now. If you don't know what a Topo Chico is,
learn.
You're missing it. I've asked a few people if they've tried it. As soon as they have tried it, they've become believers. So all it is sparkling water, but it's delicious. But that is a really cool story, Lamb. You said the school uses solar right now?
Yeah.
But it's not everywhere, and it's not even... Yeah, DJ, Topo Chico. Oh, I can't believe you know what Topo Chico is. Somebody told me they don't even sell it on the East Coast. I'm not... No, it's not pumpkin flavored. Paul... What was Paul's guess the other day that he kept guessing?
Denmark.
Denmark. Shout out Denmark, Paul.
Yeah, they have Topo Chico in Denmark, Paul.
Anyway, all right, let's move on. Let's get into the shit we're here for. Let's get into some Halloween stuff here, man. That is a good story to start the sale. So we're going to start today's show a little bit differently. We
little edgy today.
Yeah, a little edgy. Some violence.
Anytime Tony's here, we get a little edgy.
No, we already know what we do here in America, but Lamb did a little research and found that Halloween is not quite the same depending on where you travel. So he's going to give us a rundown of some of the different traditions elsewhere in the world, and me and Tony are going to figure out whether we like them, whether we're in on them, whether it's ridiculous, and whether we as Americans fuck the whole thing up.
All right, so first we're going to start in a very small spot in America, actually, in St. Louis and Des Moines, Iowa. They have, if you go trick-or-treating, you can't just say trick-or-treat and then expect candy. You're supposed to have a joke prepared or some sort of little, like, thing. Like a little show.
Skit.
Yeah, or something.
Where is this?
In St. Louis and or Des Moines, Iowa.
So
like, instead of just saying, like, trick-or-treat and, like, sticking out, you're supposed to, like...
Have something ready?
Have something ready.
Oh, wow. I feel like if you moved to that town and you didn't know that, you could immediately be like some of the people that everybody's like, oh, this guy's really kind of a prick, dude.
Good. I'm just going to drive one town over.
I don't think that, like, stops at the border exactly. They're like, oh, that's a St. Louis thing, and there's, like, the line over there.
You're one block over.
Yeah, you can cut the shenanigans. Yeah.
They got full-size candy bars over in Indiana.
That probably means I got to either tell the same joke 100 times that night, or I got to do the same skit like 100 times that night.
I bet it's like, you know, the kids are acting like like Spider-Man or
That's
something
true.
like that.
That's
you
true.
know?
I actually don't.
shoot your web.
Like
or
a
something.
traveling charade show.
Yeah.
I actually don't have that big of a problem with it. As far as like I roll up to your candy, I roll up to your house. I haven't actually done anything, and you're just giving me
Yeah.
free candy. I'm cool if I got to do like a little gig and a dance or something, you know, like da 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 ha, and give me.
I love candy.
and Snickers bar. Yeah, like I'm cool with that. All right, give me another one.
Exhausting.
It. Look, Tone, they went out and bought $40 worth of candy. The least you can do is tell them a joke. All right. Give them like a
Make
knock.
them their night.
Give them like a knock joke. You know, like knock knock. Who is it? Stole your candy and just like take off.
Candy man.
Oh, got you. Take the whole shit and run. Yeah, we should put some sound effects in here. Tony, just by the way, if you ever need to get I know you have your own sound effects today, but if you need them.
Boo.
Oh, he knocked over the skeleton again. All right, here we
They'll
go.
probably fall
Okay,
periodically.
all day.
It's fine.
There we go.
All right. So in Ireland,
Mm.
they bake a cake.
A potato cake.
No, no. But it does have a lot of things in it
Scallop
that you'd
potato
be
cake.
surprised were in it, like coins.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
What else do they put in there? They just it says Muslim wrapped items.
What?
Muslin?
Muslin wrapped items.
Yeah.
So I remember actually I read some of this myself. It was coins. There was like little figurines or something, maybe like
They
babies
said-
or something.
Yeah, they said it was similar to like the Mardi Gras cake. The person that gets like the pieces is supposed to have good luck
So if you
or
open
tell
up-
the future.
So if you're eating through this cake and you bite down and you get a coin, that means you're supposed to be rich that year. Or you have to go to the dentist. One of the- from
You
ripping
better
off-
be rich
ripping
because
off
you're
every
about
tooth.
to have broken teeth.
I also said that it was like a fruit cake. Is that right?
It looks like it's a fruit dense like
I'm-
rough cake.
Okay. Also, though, did they actually do any trick or treating there? Does it say?
Did not say.
Okay.
I will say though, in doing this, they said a lot of countries that used to never trick or treat have started because of watching a lot of American TV and seeing people do it, and it becomes like just kind of a thing more than even in the last like 20 years. Like countries that didn't even do Halloween now do.
I read that the original, and I don't know, I guess there is some discrepancy on how this holiday started originally, but I read that a very long time ago, people thought that ghosts were coming back from the dead, and that the way that you could avoid them taking you underground is you had to put on a disguise. That is originally how I heard the whole thing started. I don't know if your Wikipedia notes tell you something
Good old
differently.
Methuselah Honeysuckle had a good point here.
What's that?
If you Laffy Taffy has the jokes on it,
Oh.
so you just get a Laffy Taffy, you're good for the night. You got your joke ready.
That's a pretty good idea. Oh, yeah, they got like lollipops and stuff that do the
Yeah.
same thing, but DJ said he's going to be pissed if coins are in his food. I 100% agree. Now, again, DJ, they said they're like wrapped in plastic, but again, I do see that fraught with
Peril?
Yes, I do see that with I can see somebody ended up in the ER that night for coins in their stomach.
Put a bunch of nuts and bolts.
Oh, you're gonna like an IKEA Allen wrench.
Yeah, a couple things I left
Oh,
over.
you got the
there.
nail. That means you're going to be a woodworker.
Yeah.
What?
My remote control.
It's,
Oh, there it is.
it's actually how the guidance counselors in their high schools determine what jobs you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, apparently you're gonna go into business.
Mini traveling toothpaste. Wonderful.
Is that a welding kit in there?
How big is this cake? The side of this table.
All right, Austria. They do a whole week, but they put bread and water out for the spirits. And then it's called All Saints Week.
Take it to a new level.
And then at the end of the week, they all apparently go out and feed the ducks the stale bread because apparently ghosts don't really like bread and water.
That sounds like the lamest tradition ever. It started off so hot. They do this whole
a
thing for a
week.
week. What do? They put stale ass bread outside.
No, it's
and
fresh when they put it out.
And then they feed it to the birds once nobody will eat it. It reminds me of a hard Santa Claus thing, but at least we're giving cookies and milk, and at least whoever's eating them is enjoying them. Can you imagine being a parent where I eat this?
No, but
Punk-ass
nobody,
bread
but
and-
nobody eats it. It's not even like it's supposed to be like disappear.
That's the
just
dumbest tradition I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
that's why I put it in because
I
I thought it
love
was ridiculous.
Like I said, at least with Santa
Well,
Claus, we're doing that.
you
All right.
thought it was the dumbest.
All right, here we give you another one.
In Germany, they also do a week.
Uh-huh.
They have All Saints Day, November 1st, and when they go visit the graves of their relatives, which is great. But apparently, the week leading up to it, they make sure to hide their knives so that spirits cannot be injured.
I'm sorry, one more time? I was reading the chat. One more time, sorry.
So the week leading up to visiting the graves of their relatives,
Yeah.
they hide all the knives
In the house?
in the house so as not to injure the spirits.
That also sounds like it's going to just be like a week from now. Somebody's going to end up tripping and stabbing himself in the shoulder because, oh, I put it under the couch. Sorry about that.
I wanted to be safe.
Oh, I got you good with that one. Oh, it's in the shower. It's dangling from the shower. I'm not sure that's the best tradition of all time either. Where is that?
That's Germany.
See, it seems like the good Halloween tradition just hasn't made it there yet. And I'm sure once they take our
candy's way better.
like this hide knife thing, I know we've been doing it for a while, but like nobody's like, what are you supposed to do? Get the kids to do it? All right, kids, let's have some fun. Everybody run around with knives.
What's it like? Hide your knives,
Yeah,
hide your wives.
We're gonna put some bread in the front porch. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I don't know that. That's somebody slipping on the knife there.
All right, Hong Kong.
Ooh.
They have the Festival of Hungry Ghosts.
Ooh, now that does sound like a good time.
I
See,
thought
I
that-
hear
yeah.
festival. I hear
I
like
know. I'm like, all right,
like a turkey.
You got
leg
a
or something.
solid name, Festival of the Hungry Ghosts.
You got like turkey legs there too?
It's like a smorgasbord of
So they celebrate with putting out food, lighting lanterns, but also have big bonfires.
Okay.
And then they burn items for the deceased. So like by burning it, it's supposed to be able to like pass over so they can have it. The most common things to burn are fruit and money.
What?
your neighbor's car.
I like that idea better.
Fruit and money.
I do like the idea. See, I don't know. I'm kind of torn because it's like, it's kind of starting to be a little morbid-y when you're like, but I don't know if they do it like in a fun way. That's gonna be cool. But like if you have like a passed on one and these
But what do ghosts need money for?
right, that's what I'm saying. I like the idea until you said money. Well, fruit's even weirder, actually, to be honest with you. But like, if it was like, hey, Uncle Rich, he loved a good Bud Light, and they like burned a Bud Light pack, and whatever, and you're like, yeah, all right, I get it. Or like, like I don't know, maybe he had like a.
He loved his propane gas. Just like this thing.
Is it like? Is it one of those
You
things?
gotta always go to 1,000.
I know.
Fucking 1,000, dude.
I was thinking like the produce section in the afterlife. There's a little.
Uncle Jim loves his propane.
He was a big fan of nuclear bombs.
Every Halloween, we end up destroying the house for Uncle Jim.
I mean, that's how he got down.
Is he Hank Hill over here?
He loves his TNT, dude. Every year, we just blow up the neighbor's mailbox.
Oh God!
Just a tradition. It's what we do. You see, like, okay, back before you took it to 1,000, I like the idea of like, okay, this is like his favorite shirt and we light it on fire. Or like, this is like a picture of his dog that he grew up loving and we light a picture on that. Like, hey, maybe that goes to the other side, the dust to ashes or whatever. What?
Furniture.
He needs a couch.
See, you're turning into like the pledge frat weeks. Somehow,
Like he's somehow like got to build it, like furnish his apartment through only things that get burnt for
somehow
him.
like somebody's dumping like an old couch out the window and just lighting it on fire. Halloween! You're like, what?
Uncle Jim needs a new sofa.
We could do that
He
any
needs a
year.
new sleeper
You
sofa.
love that couch.
He loved that couch, dude. Sorry, Mom, we had to burn it because Jim just loved that thing. Yeah, like, what if you just take, like, dressers and stuff outside, just start lighting shit on fire?
All right. Speaking of lighting things on fire,
Yeah, we're past this.
no,
No, damn it.
Something
We're
else.
back to it.
there's this thing called Devil's Night. Apparently originated in Detroit. It's the night before Halloween where people go out and create mischief, also known as Mischief Night.
Do it now.
Mm-hmm.
This was a thing when I was a kid, but we called it Cabbage Night.
Oh, okay, so the warning sign in the neighborhood, I don't know what I was talking about.
Oh, the TNT incident.
Oh, yeah, that was us as children. When we were kids, there was an incident Halloween where somebody taped TNT to a stop sign and blew it up in the middle of Halloween, and all the cops came, ruined the entire neighborhood's Halloween. Another story for another day. What were we saying? Sorry, Lance.
So Mischief Night.
Mischief Night, that's what I was going to ask. Chat, Mischief Night. Tony, we didn't have Mischief Night, right? Not that I'm aware of.
You just said mischief every day.
Right. We didn't really need a special occasion to call us Mischief.
Every night.
Every night. It was just Mischief Night every
At
night.
dark.
We had like special names for him. Anyway, I'm curious, in everybody else's neighborhood, did you guys have Mischief Night, and the other word for it is what?
The Devil's Night.
Devil's Night.
And then also Cabbage Night, and there was a ton of other little like.
I assume Cabbage Nights people were like throwing cabbage at people's houses?
Yeah, people with egg houses. I guess maybe the original thing was throwing cabbages.
I think cabbages
Because
is a
they're-
way better thing to throw at somebody's house than an egg. It's like, at least the cabbage they can just like clean up. The egg, it's like, man, I gotta spray this all shit off and like wipe it down.
It was like a known thing for years when I was a kid. Like people just like roam the neighborhoods, like throwing toilet paper in trees and like egging houses and stuff like that.
Rick put in quotation marks somebody when I talked about the TNT blowing up sign. You are correct on that, somebody, Rick. Devil's Night in Pittsburgh. Okay, so Rick, real quick here. Devil's Night in Pittsburgh. What was that? Like, did you guys TP houses? Did you guys like pants each other? Did you guys like...
rob anything?
Yeah, did you guys like rob a liquor store?
It's not the purge.
Do you know, whether you know it or not, that's what he was trying to get to anyway. Quietly, he was hoping Devil's Night turned into like a full-on, like, no rules, anarchy, cars on fire, bricks through window. I think it's supposed to be like Cabbage Night is an awful name for it, by the way.
I know.
The oldest known Cabbage Night was first known in Oxford. That doesn't sound like 1790. That doesn't sound like a great mischief night in 1790. They were getting. They didn't even have toilets.
Gate night, goosey night. They also call it apparently.
Devil's Eve.
Yeah. Switching shop signs, overturning water tubs, trapping people in their houses.
See, this sounds like a bunch of Tonys running around.
Yeah, just taking it to 1,000.
It's the day before Halloween. We're allowed to destroy everything. It's like no, dude. It's supposed to be like a fun little celebration, not excuse.
Yeah,
for
ring
you.
and runs, a lot of
Yeah,
that.
all right, I'm doing with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did kind of do that. We did some doorbell run. What is it? Leaves dumped on lawns. I've never seen that. Doorbells rung. I like that. I thought it said dumped on somebody's lawn. That sounds
like,
way
whoa,
more
whoa.
sounds way more plausible for our
Take
generation.
dumps into
People dumps on people's porches and stuff. Bad teens, eggings, TPing. Okay. Breaking into someone's garage. Paul, it's not gonna do specific.
Yeah, we were just never allowed. Like I was barred from leaving the house after dark.
Oh wow. Okay.
By my mother. On that night.
This whole holiday didn't exist for us at all. So that's interesting for me. Okay.
Last one.
Last one hit me.
So this one, apparently carving pumpkins is an American thing because apparently pumpkins are an American fruit. I think they're a fruit. So that's not what they have in other countries. What they use, especially in like Ireland and the UK, turnips.
Instead of a pumpkin.
Instead of pumpkins, they carve faces into turnips.
They make turnip pies.
Not that I'm aware of, but I need to show the people what these actually look like.
Yeah, please show this. Real quick, while you're doing that, I'm going to at least respond to some of the comments here. First off, Rickery said, Nikki in college down on Lawn Street in the soccer house with some baseball kids threw eggs onto buses coming off the parkway. Tony, you sound like that would have. I can't believe you missed that. That would have been like the highlight of your college career, throwing eggs on oncoming buses. I was not there for that one. Somebody said wrap Carl Zappa's car in TP. Right. Okay. So this is that's like fun stuff. I don't know if egging the front of like a bus as it's driving it.
Yeah, not the safest thing to
not
do.
the safest, but it's funny. I'm with it so far. At the Pat said he used to drive around and throw hard candy at the cheesy costume dads. See, you guys are starting to border into like crimes a little bit, which I'm cool with.
Poor dad out there walking with his kids so he could get candy. What an asshole!
What's that like? What's that like? Hard caramel? Werther's?
Werther's. I was thinking those strawberries that are wrapped up like that no one eats for some
every
reason.
grandmother has in their house. Yeah, just chucking Werther's and strawberries.
These turnips right here.
There's the turnips, guys. I'm going to say that's actually scarier than some of the pumpkins we see in our... That is hideous. It looks like a mummy.
Yeah. It looks like a shrunken head.
That's
like a legit shrunken head.
Really creepy. And I think there was a...
Happy Halloween, guys.
I think there was something behind this, right? They did it for a reason or something, right?
They just don't have... Like, it's supposed to be scary and like all that, but it's still
I thought there was something else, too. I thought they did it, like, to scare away things. Or I thought there was, like, some kind of deep meaning behind it, but maybe not. I don't care. Let's get on to the stuff we really want to get into here.
Us carving things.
All right, so right now, what we're going to do here for you guys, we're going to show you what we carved for some pumpkins. Then we're going to get into... we can get into some Halloween movies. We're going to talk about the Halloween movies that maybe scared us as kids. And we're going to show off some of the people that watch the show and send us in some costumes. So we're going to do all that in kind of that order here, just to let you guys know what's coming here. All right.
So us.
So we went ahead and did little pumpkin carving. Lamb got us some little baby pumpkins from TJ's. And I'm... All right, guys. We've got 30 minutes. We're going to... Tony, that's not for carving.
Oh, sorry. 30 minutes hasn't started yet. Excuse me.
Is this going to help me? No, probably not. Okay,
I think I'm going to use this one. I need a German steel.
I don't feel comfortable with this table anymore. All right, we got 30 minutes. Carve a pumpkin. Lamb's got his special torture kit / pumpkin thing. This looks like it's actually going to be used. This looks like a nail filer.
The tiniest saw ever.
These look like dentist tools.
Hey, pumpkin have teeth?
Oh, look at your teeth for a second. All right, let's do it, guys.
Fact check.
Ready?
Check it.
Go.
Go.
I'm stuck.
How are you already having trouble?
No trouble. This is tough.
You about to dice this thing up? Put it in the soup.
Yeah, I don't make some
Making
dinner.
the tiniest hole. How many you know?
All right.
So this was us. This is going to take way too long to show you guys the whole video, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to show you the finished products here, and you guys can judge for yourself. If anybody has any pumpkins that they did themselves, send them in. We'll show them on the next week's show for sure.
All right. So you got to guess who you think carved this pumpkin.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it in order here. Well,
There's an order to it.
All right.
So the first pumpkin,
ooh,
who carved that? Was it me
was it me?
or was it me? So that would be Nick, Kevin, or Tony. Oh, Paul automatically with the Tony.
Tony, automatically with Tony, guess. You know, I like that you put a little candle in there. It does really add a pop there. Hey, Derek's in here. I always Derek's always sneaking in here. I always forget him.
Ooh, we got one of each.
One
already.
of each, everybody.
All right.
Okay.
Sneaky guy, that Derek.
Yeah. Well, the only advantage goes to the person that. No, there
okay.
they go. There they go. Here they go.
2 for me, 2 for Tony.
2 for Tony.
Late ballots.
German steel.
Tone.
Yeah.
That's right, Pat. German steel.
So we're gonna go with Paul knows family well, and he is right. That is Tony's pumpkin there. I shouldn't have said that because now it's down to just 2 here.
That's all right.
All right. So this is the next one here. Yeah, I'm saying if without like I'm
Is it
just,
me or you?
it's me or Lamb here.
Nick or Kevin?
I'm gonna
Nick
say this
or
though.
Kevin?
Without the lights, they really do lose like a little bit of their flair.
Yeah, they don't have nearly the pop.
That's Nick's.
DJ immediately. That's Nick.
That's Nick's. That's just me. Anytime it comes to artistic, you guys are just damn. Anytime it comes to weird shit, it just immediately. All right, so we'll move on from that.
All right, so let's. All right, yep.
We're gonna go ahead and do that one. So then the final one here. There we go. A little bit of. Oh, there you guys. You got glasses on.
It's two-faced.
Yeah, it is me. Good job, Pat. Good guess.
That was the final guess. All right, so that's Kevin's. Second one was mine. First one was Tony's. We did have some fun doing it. I'll tell you this, man. Being honest, the one thing I like about the show, and this is what I talked about off air, was that mine did look like shit. Thank you, Pat. Mine was the second one. Appreciate that. I would never carve a pumpkin if it wasn't for this show. And so I would say this. I mean this. What I like about this podcast is that it forces me to do things that I would never do. So I would say that to anybody. If you can find a reason to do this, if it's you and your girlfriend, it's you and a bunch of buddies, and you want to have a competition. I mean, just invent something, man. I mean, literally, if you're not like in the mood to do it, invent something because it really was fun to do. It was kind of fun to kind of create something and come up with something. So very cool. If you guys do, I got you, DJ.
I recommend these pumpkins from Trader Joe's were $2.
Yeah, so it was a good time, man.
$2, and you could use kitchen knives or whatever you got. Like,
I'm with you, DJ. You gave me a little anxiety because I'm terrible at stuff like this, but yeah, at least came out looking like somewhat like a face, so I was pretty happy with mine. I am awful at stuff like this. So
both Tony and I were actually very impressed with what actually you brought to the table.
I appreciate it. I
I was expecting something like
some kind of muddled,
I was just uneven,
like a bunch of holes.
Yeah, pretty much just
one
stab
big hole,
marks.
like, right in the
Just
pumpkin.
a big circle.
Everything
I should have just done like a big circle.
That's good, Nick. Scary.
Good job, buddy.
It's a black hole, huh? Ooh.
Orange hole.
I just take a hammer and just mash the pumpkin.
Try again next year.
I have a pumpkin carving kit because I ordered one off of Amazon, Paul.
Yeah.
So we could do this
And
in a slight.
And he gets extra money to torture people on the weekends or something. We're not sure about that. All right, let's move on. All right, let's show some people's costumes, man.
Okay.
You want to do that? Or do you want to do something?
I'm just checking. I'm just doing something
Oh, you were checking.
real quick. Yeah.
You're checking.
Boom, Pat. It's a fruit. Google says so.
Now
Now I can move on with
you
my
move
life.
on. Now you can move on. All right, real quick here. Do you want to do movies first?
Yeah, let's do some costumes.
All right.
Do we want to do other people's first or us?
Let's just mix them all together there. We're gonna mix them all together. So I put on the Instagram there if anybody had any costumes that they had ever been in, they were proud of, throw it up, and we're just gonna scroll through them real quick and have some laughs here. But if we did actually get some submissions, we got a few people to send in some of their funny ones. So there, my man Rick, he's been on the show with him and his lady. That is horrifying. Rick.
Looking a little bloody there.
Yeah, looking a little bloody. He's kind of got the, he's like the meat. He's definitely going for something. He's got like
This backwoods killer type.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Butcher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Backwoods
yeah.
Butcher. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that. Very, very cool.
I'm sure it's from a movie that you're Yes, I am, Pat. Thank you very much.
All right, give me
It's
another.
you are, though. It's not your.
That's right. You're a fruit. Give me another one. What do you got?
Let's see here.
Maybe get your. Yeah, they got the mouse over here. Oh, we got Mom Bod, who's always in the show, always promoting for us. Oh my God, look at that face.
I know. That's some strong makeup game
That
there.
is some strong makeup game. Very, very creepy. I'll tell you what, there's always two directions you can go. You can either go super bloody or you can go with like dead on, like for a character of some kind. But bloody always works, man. Bloody's always creepy. Once a year you get to look creepy. Very, very cool, Stace. Love it. Hey, we got Allie in here on the show. Very, very, oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah, going as Danny from Hocus Pocus.
That is really cool. Did you have to order that outfit?
Made it.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't have anything like that in my wardrobe. Tony does, but I don't have anything like that.
She said she had a Beetlejuice costume, but she couldn't find any photos of it soon enough.
Well, that's my problem. I was gonna say, like in college and stuff, man, you were lucky if you got one picture and you still have it. Nowadays, man, like every moment of your day is like categorized for the rest of your life. What else we got in here? Whoop. Oh wow, you're just dropping it in live. I like that, Lamb.
Boom.
Wow. That
Watch
was
it move
pretty
across the screen.
There he is.
Ashy Evil Dead over there.
Ashy Evil Dead. Very, very cool. This is what I'm talking about. Rick kind of went with like a direction. I tell you, okay, this is not an insult on your girlfriend. She looks horrifyingly creepy, though. I know she's very attractive.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a scary doll or something.
Very, very attractive lady. Not in that picture. Very horrifying. Love it, though. Rick, I like your outfit, though, man. You look good there. Actually, you look really good there, buddy. You're kind of killing it there.
All right, we got to go with one of Nick's.
What am I doing here? Oh, there I am with the quail man.
Strong
quail man. Beer pong in hand. Beer pong ball in hand. Ready to shoot some beer pong there. My face is kind of red there, which tells me this is at least...
You were out in the sun all day, probably, would be my guess. Maybe you just finished a jog.
A little deep into the night on this picture there, but I'll take it.
Go with one of mine.
Yeah, give me some lamb chop.
Old school
Lamb chop. Oh, there he is. Mr. Karate.
Going with the classic pumpkin.
Yeah, you got to walk
for
around.
your candy.
Pretty much everybody did. The pillowcase kind of became a thing like late in my childhood.
Yeah,
but early on, it was early on.
Yeah, you
it was
always
a
had to
pumpkin.
have like an official thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Who else we got? Oh, we got to go Rick again.
Oh yeah, there you go. Who did you say this was? Maleficent. And then he said that.
Rick's a big fan of Wicked, apparently.
Yeah, I love it. That's what I'm saying. I like Rick and his wife, though, man. They go all out for this stuff. This is what I'm talking about. They don't even need an excuse to do it. They just like doing it. So, I mean, honestly, if you can keep that inner kid in you until forever, I recommend doing it. It's really cool. So, and then what did you say this one was? It was
He said Mufasa. And we weren't sure what was going on with the Mufasa.
Dead Mufasa.
Skeleton Mufasa.
Yeah, that's what he said, dead Mufasa. So that's pretty funny, actually. Once I got who it was, I actually gave it a pretty good chuckle.
All right, we got Nick's.
Oh, yeah, there I am. We can go over this pretty quickly, but this is just me as a human sperm there, fallopian swim team. I had all white pants on, white shoes. You can't see it from that picture. Really mature
Very
stuff.
classy. It's good for the whole neighborhood.
And then my final one, final form in college.
This is your best outfit. Yeah, there it is.
The Duff Man.
I
made that costume though.
And did you know, Tony? He actually wore that on a regular, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday.
That was actually This was just
I'll wear it Monday.
Hey, you make something, you're proud of it. You take your time. You wear it often. Get some wear out of it. That is the only bad part about like making like a high level costume. You get very little wear out of it.
Oh, for sure. You spend. That's what I'm saying. But that's my point. My point to this whole thing was like, even for the pumpkins, I get one show. We're gonna put it on the table, and Monday I'm gonna throw it away. But I'm saying even that hour of sitting there messing around with it, like I said, there was just some enjoyment out of it. There was some creativity. There was I enjoyed it. Tony, not a big Duff Man. That's right. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into some arguing here. This is what I really want to do today.
Of course.
I want to argue. Okay, so the next segment of the show, what we're going to do, guys, and I need the chat on this one. I need you guys on this one.
Tony always has something to say.
Yeah, Paul could I think he's just saying from Tony's facial expression, he had an issue with your Duff Man or something, maybe. What I'm going to say is, for the next part is, I want everybody's opinion on this, because this next section is a little bit vague. But what we're going to start with is the 3 top movies that scared you Halloween style as a kid. So the 3 movies that you thought were scary as a kid, but we're opening the door. Maybe they just scare you now. That's fine too. We'll take that too. So if you guys have something for sure, like I said, because as a kid, there was a different bar, right? Like you could be scared by almost anything. And as I'm writing that list, as I wrote my list, I realized that it didn't take a movie to be horrifying for it to scare me. It could just be a very small scene, and there was one that stuck out of my head. So if you guys have a movie or a scene specifically that you cannot let go from a kid, please put it in the chat because we want to talk about it. But let's go ahead and let's go ahead and have you start off, man.
So do you want me to go all three, or you want to go?
Let's go 1 and 1. We'll go 1 and 1.
All right. So
Your number 3.
my number 3 was Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
What?
So Pee-wee's Big Adventure, there's 2 scenes. One is when he's on gets us like on the highway and he gets he's hitchhiking and he gets a ride and he gets out of the bus and he's like, thank you, and she's like, tell him Large Marge sent you, and the face turns into this giant like demon face.
Yeah.
And it's just blah, and then he's like, ah, and then he like goes
How old
inside.
were you when you saw this movie?
6, 7.
Okay, I'll give
Yeah.
you.
And then there's another scene where these like dinosaurs come to life and there's
Yeah.
these scary clowns running around and like it's
I didn't
just
even
like
know-
real like
Have you
kind
seen
of
this
like
movie?
trippy and weird, and when I was a kid it was
Really?
super weird.
I'll say this. Kids' movies back in the day, there was very little thought about would this scare a kid.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can like literally get like your studio shut down if it's too weird for a kid. But back in the day, I mean, even like I think about like the Mario and Luigi movie. That movie is horrifying.
Yeah.
for, like,
It's a weird one.
It's a weird one.
I was
it-
just old enough to like not be super creeped out by that movie.
Yeah, okay, so we got some great ones
Yeah.
coming in, and some of these are actually on the list. Allison with the original Scream and Cujo. We got Exorcist, Jaws, and Jeepers Creepers. First scary movie sleepover was Creep Show. I don't know Creep Show.
Creepshow 2.
Oh, Creep Show. And Candyman, I do know. Candyman's really weird. That is a really weird one. So that's totally fair, Rick. Tony, what's your number 3?
All right. So I actually kind of went off like a different wavelength than you guys. I didn't do the ones that scared you as a kid. I just did some of the best horror movies that I know. Number 1 has got to be The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Okay.
Awesome.
Really?
Love it.
I don't even know if I've seen it, to be honest with you. Was it
The
old?
original?
Old?
Yeah,
it's like
I
the
think
80s,
I think
early
it's- I
80s.
think it's in the 80s. It's
Okay.
got Kurt Russell. Rick, shout out to you. You would know this one. John Carpenter's Thing is probably one of my favorite horror movies.
I'm sure Rick's gonna know it. The Thing is awesome, super creepy. Okay, so Derek's in here with you. Derek Laura said he's on that. Is there anything specific about it that like has made its way into like regular culture that I would recognize?
Oh, for sure. They do like an autopsy on something they brought in out of the ice, and it just, there's one scene where it just explodes, and there's tentacles everywhere, and it's like, I feel like every movie has kind of used a little bit of that at some point.
You literally describing it reminded me of Independence Day when they go in there and they go to like all of a sudden they like literally cut it open and then it just splatters everywhere.
Everybody's kind of taking like a chunk from that one.
Hey, Rick's super proud of you. So there you go. For me, also, like I said, going back to the way I saw it was just a movie or a scene that really scared me as a kid. The original Friday the 13th has a scene in it where I believe it's Kevin Bacon, and I don't remember this for sure, but I believe it was Kevin Bacon, is sitting on a cot in the cabin, and he's trying to sleep, and I don't even remember why, but the angle they shoot it at, at least for me, I just didn't see it coming. There he is, he's sleeping, and all of a sudden, Jason's got like an arrow, and like I feel like it was like 17 times. He just starts going right through the bed, and it's like through his throat, through his chest, through his throat, and he just keeps dying. And I'm like,
Excessive.
I was like 8 years old or 10 years old, and I was like, well, now I can't ever sleep in a bed ever again. I guess I'll just sleep on the floor from now on. Scared the actual dog shit out of me as a kid. And like I said, I don't even remember any of the movie. Like, none of it. That scene sticks with me forever.
Yeah.
And again, I don't even think it was a knife. I think it was an arrow, which in some weirds makes it weirder and worse. Very
sure.
creepy scene. The old run around, stab me in the heart doesn't do much for me. You're laying in a bed, somebody catches you with the arrow. That's pretty fucked up. So that was my number 3. Lamb, what do you got for number 2?
So my number 2 is, again, it's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, fair.
First one. Just because the only way it gets you is you fall asleep.
I'm sorry. What was Steve Manilla's movie favorite all time? Sorry.
The Thing.
Oh,
He's talking about all that.
Got you.
But yeah, that one, man, just, there's not even a scene. Just the idea of the fact that he can get you when you fall asleep.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, but if you stayed awake, you're fighting it. So
Yeah.
just as a kid, like, just the idea that, like, if I went to sleep, he was going to murder me in my sleep.
Yeah,
Like, it's just, oh my God.
Because you can't stay awake forever,
Yeah.
so there's something kind of horrifying about that. I have only seen maybe 80% of Nightmare on Elm Street, just through like pieces on being on TV or whatnot. But I always thought that at least the premise itself was horrifying. So and I'm sure you're not alone that they've made like a zillion of them. Have you seen any of the recent ones? Any of the old ones? No. Okay. Just curious there. All right. Tony, can you give me number 2 there? Give me another one on your list.
All right, number 2. Again, these are favorite horror movies. Nick, I know you have a huge problem with this one, The Descent.
Oh, yeah, that's a fucking weird one, dude.
They go like underground cave diving. Just the claustrophobia aspect of it, and they're constantly running out of battery lights.
Almost impossible to sit through. I mean, actually, like for me, I mean, they're like stuck in rock, and they're like, I couldn't think of a worse situation.
The whole time you're watching the movie, you're like, no.
I'm not, no part in it.
Just give me the gun, and you'll blow myself away right there. You guys can try and get out of here and get killed by this beast. I mean, it's just miserable to sit through.
Yeah, The Descent is terrifying.
But it's well done.
All right.
Okay, fair enough. For me, number 2 is actually, I don't even know if you consider it a horror film, but Arachnophobia as a kid. Didn't know what arachnophobia meant, didn't even know what it meant. They put the movie on, and you're halfway through it, and you're like, well, now I guess I do have a fear of spiders. I don't have a fear of spiders as an adult, but I remember as a kid being like, this is actually horrifying.
It got Jeff Daniels in it,
Yeah,
right?
it does have Jeff Daniels in it. I had to look that up. I was like, I know there's some famous actor in there, but it was Jeff Daniels. Like I said, if you watch it as an adult, it would just be gross. As a kid, watching like a zillion spiders eat somebody alive, that'll be in your dreams for a minute. It's still kind of. So I'm not on. That was one of the ones that for me, like again, there's a scene in there, and you're just like it's just stamped into my head forever. What do you got there?
All right, my number 1 is gonna be. I'm not gonna even say controversial. I'm just gonna say unusual.
Okay.
You have to remember when I saw this movie. This is the first movie I ever saw in the theater. I was maybe 3 years old, and it was Pinocchio. And the scene where the whale comes out of the ocean.
I've never seen it.
And just swallows the dad and the Pinocchio whole on their raft, and it's just on the giant screen. You're 3 years old, and you just see this giant whale come out and swallow these people.
Is this a cartoon movie or is it a real movie?
Cartoon.
Oh, it's a cartoon?
Yeah. Seeing that at like 3, I had to sleep with like a light on for 2 years for like from that.
Still to this day.
Probably to this day. I still don't really care for the dark. But like you're in a dark theater. It wasn't like I watched it in my house or anything. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, so Rick's talking about John Goodman was in that movie too, Tony. Yes, but
He's the what you call it? The
Exterminator?
Yeah. So even like Rick said, couldn't take a shower, sit on a toilet. That's the best way to describe it, because everywhere like you would go to put your hand in, that movie would like come across your brain. But Lamb, I've never seen the original Pinocchio, so yeah.
See?
That whale scene
Kids
was
turned
intense.
into donkeys too. That was like they on this island, and then they're like turning it slowly into donkeys, and it's oh my
So
God.
that tells me that you're onto something, because
it's a
like I said,
creepy movie.
these images stick with not just you but other people, and that tells me, like I said, there is something about those movies that
Not whales. I'm still not scared of whales.
Kenzo, what the hell are
About
you
time
doing?
you got in here.
What's up? I'll give you an air horn for that. What's up? I always love when new people jump in here. All right, number 1.
That was my number 1.
Oh, that was your number 1. Tony, what's your number 1?
Man, I love The Ritual.
Ritual. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Tell me a little about it. I don't know enough about it.
I think it's 4 people go do like kind of like a backcountry hiking across. I want to say it's Sweden.
Oh, I've seen this one. It starts out real slow. Real slow burn, but it gets creepy.
Yeah. You know how it is. Bunch of people go hiking, and like one of them twists their ankle, and it just
gets weirder and weirder
I
and
think
weirder.
they decide to take a shortcut, and it just kinda,
Old movie?
Nah, this is a new one actually.
Okay. I was gonna say, and this isn't on my list, but you saying that just as far as a new movie, there was a movie, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, and I'm sure. They go to like a creepy house. It almost got a lot of attention for a creepy movie. They go to a house. It's kind of an exorcist-y type movie. And man, it's gonna have to give me a second to come up with it. But I remember thinking, as far as movies go, it was really, really well shot. It was really, really well done. It's literally like The Something, as everything else is in this stupid movie.
Rick, you never seen The Ritual, man?
That shocks me, honestly.
Yeah, I know Rick's seen them all. A lot of these, yeah, he's definitely.
How have I seen? I don't even watch horror movies, and I've seen this one.
Yeah, a little bit more. They go to a house and
they go. So they like move into a house, and there was already like a murder. I was about to describe it, but it's literally this story for like every movie ever.
The haunting, the terror.
They go to a house. They start to live there.
Is that the one with Ryan Reynolds?
Amityville Horror?
No, but that's a great movie too. Actually, I really enjoyed that one.
Kids are out of control.
Yeah, no, The Conjuring. That's what it was.
Oh,
I really enjoyed The
there's
Conjuring.
at least one more of those.
Okay, yeah, I don't even really. The horror genre is not my favorite.
Who is that? Patrick Wilson?
shit, I remember sitting through it and thinking, this is well shot, this is well acted, the storyline's pretty good, and for a horror movie, I just didn't expect to go into it and get that, and I really was kind of impressed. So I really did enjoy that. Rick's on it, Tony. He's gonna see it tonight. What's it called? The Ritual. He's on it. All right, my number one is already been named. It was The Scream. I still give my aunt shit to this day because I was, again, like 9 years old or something. And the original Scream movie now is almost laughable.
Oh, yeah.
At 9, nothing laughable about it. Like I said, the only thing you're really scared of at 9 is somebody breaking in your house and killing you. And then the whole movie is about nothing but that.
Yeah, and he knows where you are.
Yeah, yeah. He knows where you are. He knows where you sleep. He's not even like... He's not like hunting you. He's just like lurking outside the whole time.
They show like you can see him, but nobody else does.
Yeah. At that age group, same thing, man. It was just too much.
I think it's just Scream, but not The Scream.
Oh, is it just Scream? The original. I meant you guys admit the original Scream because I guess there was a bunch afterwards, and I don't even remember seeing any of them. But the original Scream was too much for me to handle at that age. That was realistic. I agree. Yeah, it was just creepy at that age. Like I said, if I went back and watched it, and now I actually can't even really distinguish that from Scary Movie.
I think I saw it last year, and it was just like
whatever.
It's like hacky now.
I'm sure it is. I remember saying like I can't even distinguish that between Scary Movie. Scary Movie was so similar to it and made fun of it so well that like it just almost as laughable at this point. All right, so will you guys have any other ones that we didn't miss? Tony, you have a whole list here, so we're rattle off a couple. You have one more in there?
No, I threw like a bonus one in there.
Okay.
This one's more of a horror or comedy. This one's British. Severed.
Severed, huh?
Yeah.
Really creepy?
No.
No.
It's
No.
Just terrible.
It's got that British sense of humor. I can't really put it into words, but
Shaun of Dead type stuff, maybe, or
they're just so witty.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, for a horror movie, I like that.
I've probably seen this one 4 or 5 times. The characters are such idiots; they make me laugh.
All right, yeah. Well, I'd like to actually give that a watch with you.
I guess I got to put my movie that I just bought.
What's that?
That list.
We do got to talk about it.
This movie is the worst movie in the history of ever, and House of the Dead. It is based on a video game, House of the Dead. And
What year it come out?
2003 or 2004.
I just want to specify because there's like a zillion House of the Dead. So
dry humor. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater, and they showed it out of order. So they showed the first third of the movie, then they put in the wrong reel. They put in the third act, then they put in the second act, and no one in the theater knew.
Nobody can tell the difference.
Nobody could tell the difference. This movie is so bad. So bad.
Lamb was telling me the story the other day about the House of the Dead, and we were so curious because Lamb was just saying how awful this movie was, and so we ended up looking up on IMDb. What was it, like a 2.5 or something?
I don't know if it's even that high.
Yeah, it was really
Might
just
be a 2.0.
2.0. It was awful. And then we started looking at the reviews, and my aunt was looking through some of the reviews, just cackling out loud because it was literally like. You couldn't make a worse movie if you tried. This is up there with the worst movies of all time. This is the dumbest thing anybody's ever put on screen. So if you guys are looking for a laugh, like to laugh at something horrible, Lamb actually got it for us.
Yeah, it was available for $5 on Amazon DVD.
Yeah.
You said they messed up the language too when they were playing it?
I wouldn't be surprised. It was so bad. I don't know if I even want to watch it, to ruin how bad of this experience. I have such a vivid bad experience in my mind.
The movie theater you went to, was it kind of a dump?
Yeah.
Was the ceiling falling in?
So
Did they just burn the whole place down after?
So where I grew up, a lot of towns had their own little theaters, would have 1 or 2 theaters in them, and there would be the big ones that you could go to, but it was one of the town ones that was really small and kind of run down a little bit. I maybe spent $5 to go see this, and I saw it with other people, and we all were just utterly baffled at how terrible this movie was. I can't recommend watching this movie enough.
House of Dead. House of the Dead.
Dead.
House of the Dead. All right, so we're actually going to get blasted one night and watch that just to have a good time because it does sound like a pretty good chuckle. Any other shout-outs, any other things that we missed that we should roll through at some point? And if anybody has them, throw them in the chat. We'll talk about them. If not, we're going to move on here. We got 2 more things we got to argue about. First, the best Halloween candy you can get in your bag. That's what we're going to talk about right now. Lamb, let's start you off here with number 3.
Snickers bars.
Wow, classic, huh?
Yeah, just it has everything.
Okay.
You got the peanuts in there. You got the caramel, the chocolate. It is there is no Snickers. You get a fun size, you get a mini, you get a full size. all good.
They're all happy
all
with
great.
happy
Like
with all of
you're
them.
happy with it no matter what.
Okay. See.
I'm actually right on board with this. I have Snickers on my list.
Oh wow.
Is
okay.
that your
Snickers with almonds.
Wow.
with almonds?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had it with the almonds.
Okay then. Man.
I'm
See,
sorry, I don't branch out too much on those like unusual versions. I like the classics.
See, for me, I don't want my candy to have nuts in it, so I disagree with that.
At
completely.
all?
No, I don't. I don't want it in there.
Wow.
I don't want it in there, dude.
Oh my!
Look, if I'm gonna have trail mix, I'll have trail mix. You know.
Mushy caramel bar.
That's right, dude. That's literally what I want. I want just chocolate, caramel, nougat, and
Some
junk.
sort of fudge they melted, wrapped up.
Kenzo, you're about to get banned from the chat.
Heroin. Laced up. No, he's in it. Peanut M&Ms. There you are, Lamb. Peanut M&Ms. Is a
Oh
big-
yeah, we had this discussion earlier. Plain M&Ms are garbage. Plain M&Ms are garbage.
That's what Lamb's arguing. Plain M&Ms are garbage. There's no excuse not to have peanuts in there.
There's no point where peanut M&Ms don't beat plain M&Ms.
That is a.
They should just become. They should just take over M&Ms and get rid of plain.
Paul, yeah, we got a boo out there. Pull
Boo.
through your boo. All right, number 2 on your list. Tots.
Oh, we're going through my whole
You don't
list.
deserve nuts. I don't want nuts in my chocolate. I don't want nuts in anything. I don't want. Paul's on the plain M&Ms are better. So plain M&Ms are delicious. Wow, you
Get out of the chat.
You're getting. You're just getting yelled at here. So all right, yeah. Look, I like plain M&Ms, but I do like peanut M&Ms. I'm not gonna say one way or the other, but I do like plain M&Ms. I just think as far as other candy goes, they're really far down the list of things I would choose.
Just really far.
Really far, like so far.
All right, so I'm going through all three of mine.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me number 2. Oh, just number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, do anybody else go? Oh, I'm sorry. He said Snickers, so I forgot to even do mine. My number 3 was Milk Duds. I know that's gonna upset. I love a Milk Dud, dude.
Way back.
Oh, I
You don't
think
want peanuts in your chocolate, but
Talking
you
about
want
that
malted
real old
milk.
school.
I just want it's just chocolate wrapped around caramel, dude. That's all it is. Not malt balls. Milk
Oh,
Duds.
I'm thinking of malt balls. Okay, never mind.
Malt balls are
I'm a
gross.
little better.
1950s candy.
Big fan of Werther's too. Butterscotches. and
Mr. Goodbar.
All right, you know what? All right.
Nick's candy palette hasn't evolved since 1942.
All right.
Being like a rusty
Here, let's
piece
see.
of tin.
There we go. Everybody's mics are down except for mine.
You get your candy from the soda shop.
You know what? I'll just have some beets. You know.
Listen, folks, I really appreciate you guys
You
tuning
know,
in.
carrots are really sweet.
Dude, we're gonna call this show now here.
Ever had sugar beets? They're delicious.
Literally, when I was a kid, Milk Duds was made by this brand called Leaf. And they were delicious. Ever since then, Nestle has bought them. They're
Company
not.
went out of business 30 years ago.
It is
You
quite
like Necco
literally-
wafers,
it is-
too?
Oh, they're on the list.
Closed down factory.
I love just a chocolate wrapped around a caramel in any form. Actually, to be honest with you, I just realized it. If I could replace that, I might replace it with Rolos because I like Rolos just as much.
I give you more credit on Rolos.
I
than
love
your Milk
Rolos.
Duds.
Same thing, basically, for me, but one's a little softer. But anyway, that's my number 3.
have to go to like a Walgreens to get your candy.
Tony, your mic's starting to cut out there. Sorry.
All right, my number 2.
Paul said, based off my candy, I should be heading to bed soon.
Very true. Luckily, he's on the Pacific Coast, so
pretty
he's
well
got
played.
at least half an hour left.
Pretty well played. All right, Lamb, give me number 2.
Twix.
All right, fair. Twix. I love Twix.
Twix.
How can you-
Cookies. You got that cookie, that caramel. Oh, man. I'm more partial to the right Twix than I am to the left Twix currently.
We talk about this all the time off air, the fact that if Twix really took their game seriously, they would make the 2 bars slightly different.
Just look different.
Just so we could argue over. You can't just tell me the right and left Twix and they're exactly the same shit. It's
Like
dumb.
if one had like angled like chocolate on it or something, like just so it looked different.
I just want them to tell me the right one has a little more chocolate, the left one has a little more caramel. And let's argue over it. I don't care. That's fine. I don't want something to argue over. We could argue for an hour over it, but you can't give me the same shit and tell me to argue over it. All right, Tony, number 2.
Any type of gummy worms, gummy bears, gummy deer, like anything.
Coke bottles.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about like the sour peaches or like the?
No, well, you kind of jumped ahead. Sour Patch is number 1.
Oh,
for me,
okay. So yeah.
so you're a gummy guy.
You're a gummy guy. Boo.
For sure.
Rolo wrapped in chocolate. Yeah, so we got Boo Right Twix. Wow, you just got booed on the right Twix. Who knew there was so many opinions?
Strong
Yeah,
opinions.
strong
You're gonna
opinions.
that's gonna be the next debate. Right
Yeah.
or left, baby.
Right or
All
left.
right, what's your number 2?
Milky Way. I love Milky Way. I'm saying we're getting more and more basic.
So basically, you want a Snickers without peanuts.
There it is. That's what.
That's just a
Your
Milky
number
Way.
one is just chocolate.
It's like
Swiss
room.
chocolate.
No, it's room
Listen,
temperature caramel.
Listen,
Just
you're,
melted.
listen,
Like just like
you're over
slightly.
here-
It's been in my pocket for like a week.
Listen,
caramels.
You're over here
like,
chewing on just rubber. Lamb's gone with the old classics, the timeless. I like.
I haven't invented anything better than chocolate.
Why mess with a classic?
I love chocolate. I love nougat. I love caramel. Take out those.
What is nougat?
As far as I'm concerned, it's just mushy sugar. But they've taken out those busted ass nuts that shouldn't be in there in the first place, and now you've got candy again.
Do you secretly not have teeth?
Milky Ways for gays. Say midnight way. Oh, dark chocolate Milky Way. I don't know if I'm in on that. Dark chocolate is like a compromise for me. I feel like I'm doing it now. I'm like trying to be healthy or something. All right, Lamb. What's your number one?
Number one, Reese's Pieces.
Oh shit! I forgot Reese's Pieces. I do like Reese's Pieces. I don't want to put it.
And I say Reese's Pieces are better than Reese's Cups. It's a strong
That
statement.
is a strong statement. I can't agree with
I
you.
know.
on that.
I know.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm also not a huge chocolate person. I think the peanut butter is the star. The chocolate is the accompaniment. The candy shell trumps it.
You think the ratio is very important here?
Oh, those miniatures are garbage.
Wow.
Charleston Chew. I'm in the Charleston Chew.
The
too.
actual big cups, regular size cups, got it right. Those like mega cups, you ever seen those? Where you can cut it like a pie?
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's
See-
just like the ratio is important.
You think the big cups are just like an abomination of candy?
Like the mega cups?
Yeah.
They don't do anything.
See, I would like Reese's Cups more as a candy, but I don't know if anybody else feels this way. I feel like I'm getting ripped off. You get 2 cups, and that's it. And I'm sure maybe it might equal the same as a Snickers bar, maybe, but it doesn't feel that way. It
Yeah.
feels like I'm getting ripped off.
Here's 2 little items.
And there's like 40% of the package is empty. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't
it's on
think.
like a tray.
Yeah, I don't.
They're just laughing at the factory.
Yeah, put like 2 of them in there. Like that's it. You're like, yeah, they're suckers.
What could they want,
Yeah,
2
they'll-
of them?
They'll pay $1 for that.
Laughing their ass off all day at the factory line.
Oh wow, Paul in all caps, which means he is screaming.
Yeah, because peanut butter is better than chocolate, Paul.
Now, Paul, I'm with you though. I agree. I think the cups are better. Wow, this is really getting hot. See, I agree with Paul though. If you don't like M&Ms, but you like Reese's peanut,
I like peanuts.
Very
Peanut
heated debate.
M&Ms,
Oh,
peanut butter.
But no, it's not,
Trumps chocolate.
no, that's not the point. I'm saying the Reese's Pieces are basically M&Ms with a substitute.
Yeah, the peanut butter.
Right.
And what do I like? Peanut M&Ms.
Right.
So I'm saying the peanut flavor is what makes it better.
Right. I hear
So
you.
that I'm saying like
But there is a similarity.
I
Chocolate
In
shell.
shape?
Chocolate shell. No, it's chocolate shell and then chocolate mixed with peanut butter inside. The other one's chocolate shell with just chocolate inside.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
similarities. Yo, are
Similar.
you serious?
Similar.
No, they're almost
I'm
exactly
just
the
saying
same.
I think Reese's are closer to peanut M&Ms than they are to plain M&Ms.
There's no crunch at all.
I never said I liked crunch. It's the flavor of peanuts that I like.
But they're not similar.
Peanut wrapped in chocolate or peanut wrapped in chocolate.
Well, one's fake sugar peanut butter. It's not even a peanut. The other one's a real peanut. That's totally different.
But you're saying chocolate is the same as peanut butter?
You have literally on this show said that texture matters, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
So how could you say a crunchy peanut M&M is the exact same as a mushy chocolate?
Did I say exact? No, I said similar.
You said more
flavor.
similar.
Yeah. Than just chocolate versus peanut butter? Yeah.
You are skewing this argument. I agree with you, Paul, 100%. Lamb's being wildly difficult on this one. I 100% agree with you. Yeah, I'm backing up Ramathorn too. Totally fire. All right, let's move on. What do you got, Tony? Number 3. Number 1, just Sour Patch Kids.
Right.
Anything else on the list that you forgot?
And we can move right into what's garbage.
Okay, we're not going to do that yet. My number 1 is going to upset the entire crowd, apparently, because now apparently I'm a super old man.
It's caramels, isn't it? It's just like warm,
I just
lukewarm.
I just take
Cocoa
melted
beans.
fudge and just pour it into my yap.
graham crackers.
No, I don't know why, but
Dipped in some honey. Nothing better.
That's too much. Don't be wild. Graham crackers dipped in milk.
I just like a good old rich cracker.
just nice.
My
toasted-
favorite candy is just a warm glass of milk.
Nice saltine.
just a cup of tea. Then I get-
All right. Well, just a warm cup of tea with a saltine. That's my
Just tepid water and saltines.
tepid water. No, I like Three Musketeers bars, dude.
a warm bath and then bedtime.
Nothing better than a nap.
All right. Well, the next show we're gonna have a couple new hosts. Sorry, Tony, you were saying something. There was this noise I couldn't hear you. Three Musketeers bars is my favorite. I don't know why. It's just placed me. No, don't worry about the microphone. I don't know why. I totally understand people not like it. There's literally nothing in there but nougat. I totally understand if everybody hates it. But there's the same thing as Milky Way without caramel. I could take either one.
Every time I eat a Three Musketeers, I'm like, what did I eat? It just feels like
I know it's a flavor. It's
like sugary air. It might as well be full of cotton candy.
It's just leftovers. The fact that it swept up on the floor.
Sawdust.
I think it's sawdust and sugar. I think that's how they make nougat.
Somebody said a hot cup of decaf.
Sanka, baby.
Sanka. So okay, all right, we're in here. All right, we're moving on to the bat.
Hey,
Paul,
gifting subs,
Hey.
Rickery Dickory.
Paul, thank you for this. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Paul. You are a big supporter of the show. You're a beast. I love it, man. Love you to death. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Tony, let's get on to the worst candy that you could possibly find in your Halloween bag. Tony, what's your number one? Or number two, number three, I should say. Doesn't have to be in order, I guess.
The worst by far, or anything like the things you get for like, I guess you get for like Easter, like any marshmallow shit.
Okay, so no marshmallow, like no fluff.
Not a big fan of Peeps.
Man, Peeps are nasty. I can't think of a Halloween candy that's just straight marshmallow, but I know what you're talking about, and I don't like it. Marshmallow by itself is pretty good, like on like a.
Is it though, or is it like great with like a s'more?
That's true. That's
Like,
true. That's
how
true.
many times you popped a marshmallow?
Melted it with some chocolate. Now it's edible.
I actually agree with both of you. Look, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm just saying. When's the last time you popped a marshmallow?
And we spray painted it for you. Now here you go.
I 100% agree with you. Marshmallow melted on chocolate is good. In any other form, you know what? I'll take like
Or hot cocoa.
Remember, don't they have like that marshmallow spread? You can make like
fluff?
Yeah, that's kind of decent. Yeah, that's okay.
But are you making a fluff sandwich by itself, or are you making like peanut butter and fluff, or
Peanut
chocolate,
butter
or
and fluff.
Nutella
Yeah,
and fluff?
that's true. It's gonna be peanut butter and fluff, or chocolate and fluff. And at that point, is it really even a sandwich? It's just sugar at that point. So I agree with you, Tone. I think
Especially with Wonder Bread.
Can we say marshmallow might be the most overrated candy of all time in any direction? I mean, I don't think there's anything marshmallow that I get excited about.
Overrated? Is it like I'm just trying to think of how well it's rated.
Yeah,
like I don't really hear a lot of people like pushing.
Yo,
marshmallow.
give me that marshmallow shit. Yeah. All right, what's your number three?
My number three is candy corn.
That's fair enough. I'll give you
Straight garbage.
Yeah.
If it's not good enough of a candy to be available year round, it's not good enough to be like a candy.
I think
That's what you have a problem with, the limited time.
No, I'm just saying, like, if it was good, people would want it year round.
that's true. But it's not even good enough to be good year round.
And then people get it at like once a year, and people are disappointed.
It's the same with Peeps.
Yeah.
Peeps aren't even good enough to be year round. All of a sudden, they start jamming them in your shit, and you're like, "Look, I don't want these in the first place." Like, yeah, but you forgot. Now you get them next year. All of a sudden, it's like I think that's their whole. That's their whole scheme.
Like you forget how bad it
Peeps,
tastes,
we're
and then
back.
you're like, "Oh, I'll try this again." Oh, damn it, again! You got me.
I think that's what it is.
Don't you think they're betting on like every year they forgot how it tasted last year?
Seems like it.
I think that might be their whole gamut.
When's the last time you ate candy corn, Tone?
If candy corn's on the table, I'd take a couple handfuls.
Yeah.
Now, would I buy it? No. Never. I would literally.
They're middle of the road.
I would never buy it. But if like grandmother's at the house, or I'm at grandma's house and she got a couple laying on the table, I'll pop a couple just because they're sugary crap. But do I think they taste good? No. I also think like just naming a candy after like a really bland vegetable like corn is really not the best bet.
Like a Milky Way bar.
Here's our broccoli and cheese candy. Like,
He said candy corn 2020 sucking nerds. I love it. Paul, thank you for putting that in the chat. Yeah, if you guys don't know, we have a YouTube, we have an Instagram. If you guys are new in here, go ahead and hit that follow button and go ahead and jump on, follow us on Instagram so you guys don't miss it. We're going to be doing some newer live stuff. All right, new live stuff at some point here. All right, Lamb, what you got number two? I don't even know where we're at. We could be at number 5 for all I know.
did you do your worst?
I don't even know if I did. No. Sorry, I'm just over here mediating. Okay, so my number 3 is either fireballs / hot tamales. When I was a kid, every year I got home and I had to take out like 10 of those gross ass fireballs, and it was like I always felt insulted. I was like, this is way closer to like a breath mint than it is candy, and I hate it. And then as an adult, we got Fireball liquor. That was okay. But hot tamales, in my opinion, is not a candy. I get upset. Somebody puts me like a hot tamale. I'm like, yeah, why do I want a spicy cinnamon candy? This is disgusting. Tony, you know hot tamales?
I'm still on the Fireball liquor. I had so much of that at one point. I can't.
Ugh, dude,
Never
again.
Yeah,
86 for the rest of my
You
life.
ever, chump on these nasty fireballs and you can't even there's nothing.
just suck on it.
Just suck on it, dude. This sucks, dude. This is not
I would
candy.
say there was like a brief point where I liked hot tamales.
Yeah.
Just because of the gummy like spiciness. It was
sure.
like different, but Fireball's straight garbage.
Straight garbage.
Yeah, you got to pick the bad kids.
I'm
You
saying,
get a
I
Fireball.
felt like my neighbors hated me. They're like, oh, next year, give them all the fireballs and hot tamales. You're like, this sucks, dude.
Bible
Teach 'em a
pamphlets.
lesson.
Yeah, and Bible pamphlets. That's right.
You fake $20 bills.
Yeah, and here's some cookies and a brownie I made that might have poison in it. All right, Lan, what's your number 2?
Mike and Ike's.
Wow, I don't hate Mike and Ike's.
I love Mike and Ike's.
No, somebody on my list is gonna piss you
Oh
off.
no,
too.
sorry, I misspoke. Not Mike and Ike's.
Good and plenty.
Good and plenty.
Yeah, they're on my list too. Sorry,
Good
Tony.
and plenties. Yeah, sorry.
Good and plenties.
Plenties.
Good and plenties are my number 2 too, Lamb. So I'm with you.
Purple and white. What are you even going for?
You guys know they're not trying to piss you off when they make this candy, right?
Good and plenties are close. Somebody okay, so if you got together and you were like, all right, what's like the 20 best flavors out there? And somebody in the group said black licorice, that person would be fired from that job. But for some reason, in this situation,
There's like 12 people on this planet that love black licorice to a point where they somehow can like keep an entire industry up.
there's got to be one person in our chat right now that likes good and plenties. There's got to be, just based on...
Or at least black licorice.
Or at least black licorice. There's got to be one person in here, just the odds are in our favor. You don't mind them, right?
No, I don't mind them.
Good and plenties? Okay. Yeah, I just loathe them all the way to the core. And what's funny is, like you said, Mike and Ike's are kind of chewy. They're kind of tasty. I actually love Mike and Ike, so it kind of sucks that Good and Plenty, same company?
Yeah.
Oh, God. See, that's
I feel like they had good and plenties and they're like, nobody's buying them. What are we going to do? Let's flavor them other ways and immediately like everybody bought
Paul
them.
thinks Allie might like the Good and Plenty. Jimi Hendrix loved black licorice. Boo. Hey, there it is. I like that. Jimi Hendrix loved black licorice. Yeah, well, I mean...
Well, we'll have to fact check that because, that's how we run the show.
That's right. We're very... absinthe tastes like black licorice. That's true. Absinthe does taste like black licorice. But even times I've had absinthe, I've like taken just shots of it. You know what I mean? It's not like I was like sucking on it.
Pop another one.
All right, Len, what you got? What you got as your... Tony, we
Tone, what's your number 2?
Number 2, Tone. Oh, this is hilarious.
Just like the plain lollipops.
Like Dum-Dums?
Yeah.
Not a fan of like the root beer one?
What about the one with the gum in the
Come on,
middle?
man, you could have done better.
Oh, blow pops, bro? You down on a blow pop?
With the gum in the middle?
Okay,
What about
okay.
Tootsie Pop?
No.
Got Tootsie Roll inside, man.
I will say this. Of everything you said, I'm not a huge lollipop guy, but a Tootsie Pop, Lamb's right on that, dude. Tootsie Pops are...
Strong.
Tony says I'm a 5-year-old. That's what he's saying right now.
I'm not buying Tootsie Pops. Like, I don't have like a bowl of them in the house. But if I was like,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
if I got one, I'm not upset with it.
When I was a kid, I don't know if everybody else was like this. Man, this might be just some wild myth that our granddad started. I really don't even know. My granddad used to tell us that when you opened a Tootsie Pop, remember they had all these like designs on it? There was a lady shooting an arrow.
Yeah.
And he used to tell us that was good luck. If you got the one with the star on it,
Yep.
then that meant you got good luck that day.
We had like a thing too. It was like you had to take the wrapper if the star was on it, and you had the Tootsie Pop in your mouth, and you tried to poke a hole in the wrapper in through the star. If you got it through the star, you got like it was like a wish.
It was like a wish.
Yeah.
Okay, same idea. So that's really similar to that's weird that we grew up in completely different states and that thing did transfer over.
Because it wasn't on any of like it was very rare to even see it.
Who was? Just look at Kenzo just dropping knowledge in the chat.
He's just out there googling
Yeah,
weird candy
BTK's
facts.
Favorite candy was Three Musketeers. Somebody likes it. I thought it was a Native American shooting an arrow with a star on the arrow.
Yeah.
It was a Native American shooting an arrow, and then like an inch from it was a star.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's how I remember.
They were like part of the same.
It was,
thing.
but you could get because it was like printed weird.
It had to be the full star.
Right, and you could get a Native American and not get a star just
Yeah.
if it cut off. Yeah, see, me and Lamb are all over this one. Yeah, so that was good luck. Does anybody else here remember that? Please let me know, because whoever got the star didn't get beat by. Whoever got the star didn't get beat by that. We didn't play that.
Forgot what it's like having Kenzo in the chat.
Oh, see, Rick said teacher would pass them out, and if you got one with the star, then you got an extra one. I would be furious. I just know myself. I'd be like, this is bullshit. Every time I get one, I don't get the star.
Yeah, because you're taking the good flavors, and they're always on the bad flavors.
For sure. What's the best Tootsie Pop you can have?
Red.
Wow, I like the blue one. Tone? That doesn't 0. All right, what are we on here? Mine My number
yeah.
two.
Yeah, you're number two.
No, my number two is the same as yours. My number two was Good and Plenty's.
Good and Plenty's.
Yeah, I can't do Good and Plenty's either. Just nasty, and I don't get it.
It just rolls into my number one was black licorice.
Really?
Hard.
Okay.
It's just like as a candy, like black licorice. They have like crows. Have you ever seen these? They're like dots, but all black licorice.
Dots, but all
You know, like just little gummy like dome things, but then they're just all black licorice
No, I
flavored.
don't. Sounds
Just
awful.
black licorice. Period.
Who is BTK? Who's he saying? Who's BTK? I don't know. Kenzo, I don't know who BTK is. But you let us know. Orange. Rick just said, "Oh, orange for the popsicles." Tootsie Pop. Excuse me. Tony, what's your worst one of all time? What's the one you really don't
I
want?
think that's a murderer.
I'm pretty disappointed if I just get plain chocolate.
Just like a Hershey's bar.
I got like a whole Hershey's bar, okay, but like a little piece of chocolate. Like, thanks, I guess.
I saw that on your list, and I immediately want to disagree with you because chocolate is like the purest form.
You just want like a milk dud.
No, turn off your mic again.
Didn't hear you.
No,
They're just gonna throw beets in your bag, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's a serial killer. I thought that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, well, now it makes me look like a serial killer. I wish I wouldn't have agreed to all that. So, see, I agree with you. I didn't agree with you at first that chocolate getting is bad. But if you look and you compare it to like the other 10 things you could get instead of it, I do kind of see what you're saying.
you can get Skittles, Mike and Ike's, a whole bunch of good shit.
I agree with you. I will say, though, you did have a really good caveat. A full Hershey's bar, for some reason, is more exciting than like one sliver of chocolate.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
It just like kind of like disappears and like
I'm saying, you get like a little piece of chocolate, like, thanks, I guess.
like one of those Dove like
Lazy?
chocolates, like
Yeah.
just one.
Yeah.
That's not gonna do anything.
Not
You're
gonna
like,
do
all right, thanks. Like,
Yeah, no. I now, what about Hershey's their cookies and cream bar? You in on that one? Whoa, that's kind of
white chocolate's not even chocolate.
Yeah, I know, but I love it. It's I wouldn't. I'm not there for the chocolate. I'm there for the flavor. Botch what you're guilty. Not as fun. It's not as funny spelled out, Kento. You're right. I don't remember being funny.
Smarties, that better be on the list for bad candy.
Oh, I am curious
Allie.
if that's on bad candy or not. Smarties is just flavored chalk. Ooh, Paul was bringing fire.
Yeah,
Candy
I'd
seems
give
so
you
foreign.
Necco wafers also on that for flavored chalk.
Rick said candy's foreign to you because you're just working out so sexy. Rick, what's your worst candy, bro? I'm curious. But Paul, you got the Smarties in there. That's fair. So don't you think it's suspect when a dude in front of you at 7-Eleven buys a straight Hershey's bar? Yeah, I do,
Yeah,
dude.
it's weird.
I'm like, oh, what are you up to, dude? You gonna like melt that into something? You making s'mores? Other than that, like, what are you doing with that? Like, I do have curious. Smarties equals bad candy. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like the plain Hershey bars have worked with the marshmallow people, and they've created like a monopoly where they just both need to exist.
Yep, I think you're right, Liam.
Damn, that's but only in conjunction
They need to be really
with each
right on
other.
top of each other.
But even like if you go
That's
for
absurd.
you don't think they have some secret deal, backroom deal?
Yeah, it's some kind of little.
For the candy factory?
Some kind of loosey-goosey handshake. It's like, look, this marshmallow sucks and these Hershey bars are going down. We need to invent some junky-ass way to put them together, dude. And if
Let's put them on graham crackers that nobody's eaten other than that.
I was just going to say, if there's one other thing that needs help anyway, it's graham crackers. So probably all these junky shit. It's a big
like,
conspiracy, dude.
They're like, yo, if we team
Staying
up,
up late at night and just we rip these people off this candy factory.
I don't know if they're ripping anybody off. They are delicious
All of a sudden
together.
they start peppering it into movies and everybody's eating some more. You know what I mean? You're sitting there, you're watching
now
Sandlot.
we got Hollywood in on it.
Yeah, now they got Hollywood being bribed to
Probably exactly what's happening.
yeah. Listen, it's a big conspiracy, dude. You just aren't aware of it.
S'mores conspiracy.
What else we got? Who else is throwing candy out there?
Cherry flavored. Get out of here, Rick. I love cherry flavor.
I'm with you on that, Rick. There's cherry flavored is sus. So is banana flavored, if we're being honest.
Fun fact about banana flavor.
Huh?
It's not supposed to taste like bananas.
Really?
It's supposed. Apparently, they made it like in the early 1900s or late in the 1800s, and it tastes like a different variety of banana that we don't have anymore.
That's fascinating. Well, I always taste banana. I think it's the grossest thing yet, and it's surprising that they haven't updated it because I think it's nasty.
Apparently, they just said, "Screw it, we got one, we'll use it."
If you aren't buying grams in a bag of marshmallows, you're a bum. Yeah, like if you're buying graham crackers, they should be on it. They should be with something. My final one was Necco wafers, dude. I mean, they're on there. I really like. There are certain candies that I just don't understand. I don't understand how they've lasted that long. That's one of those where I'm like, I've never met anyone that likes them. I've never met anyone that's bought them. I've never met anyone that says like, oh, actually, I really do like them. So I just confused as to how they even stay profitable.
Yeah, are
in
they out there
general.
with the people, the little heart box candies, heart-shaped candies for Valentine's Day?
It might be on this
Those chalk
conspiracy
candy.
theory with some more people, really.
Definitely.
I don't know who's supporting Necco wafers.
Banana and orange, worst flavors. Best flavors, though, you got to go
I
like...
go cherry and orange, honestly.
I'm going to say a flavor, and it's not a flavor. Blue.
Blue raspberry / blue.
Anything blue.
Green
dude.
apple can be good.
Green Pumpkin's usually pretty good. Now, you said cherry. I like cherry Tootsie Pops. But when he said cherry, I immediately thought of like that like nasty cherry, almost like syrup cherry that maybe comes in like syrup and stuff. I don't know. That's what I thought of. But there are cherry flavors I don't like. Necco, what?
Oh
He
my
said
God.
my aunt and uncle like Necco wafers.
We might have to disown them.
I might have to literally call them on the show and yell at them and just berate them. Shut him, Uncle Ricky. Just got out of the hospital.
Lime and grape, the premium artificial Wow, that is a strong statement. I don't like that at all.
I will say this. Grape has some real swings and misses. Grape can be really atrocious, but I do like grape. And actually, I think lime is a bold choice. I don't have any problem with I don't think I've ever tasted anything bad lime. I told you, I am a sucker for if it says strawberry anything. Strawberry lemonade, strawberry kiwi, strawberry turkey, whatever, dude. Like, whatever it is, I'm in on strawberry. I like strawberry everything. Great band. Strawberry wine. I don't think that's what we're talking about.
Talk about Buck Cherry.
Oh, what's Buck Cherry?
It's a band.
Oh, okay.
From like the
Lime's
early
a contender.
2000s.
Oh,
Lime
so
is a contender.
but lime is a contender. Lime's delicious.
I'd say lime is one of the few that is true.
Lime, yeah, lime's very, very real.
Like, if you like limes, you're going to like lime-flavored things.
I agree. There's a tartness to it. I mean, I agree with that. All right. Any other candies we forgot?
I'm sure.
Other than that, man, I think I'm ready to roll, man. I think you ready to call it here?
It's been a great day.
It has been a really fun day with you guys, man. You guys, as we say almost every show, man, the chat really pushes the show forward. You guys are great. Everybody today, man, thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us, man. We had a blast with you guys today.
No, Pat, we can't talk about pina colada Slurpees.
Nick's not getting these references. No, I'm not. I'm missing all of them.
There's
well,
only
real quick though.
Cherry Coke is the only Slurpee to get.
Slurpee. What is it? Wow, Tony. What's the Slurpee flavor you going for? You just going for a straight Coke?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, old school. See, now you're turning into like a 100-year-old man. See, I like to mix them all together. I
That's
like
what. Yeah, you
blue
got to mix.
raspberry. I want like a little bit of blue raspberry.
Coke Slurpees, Milk Duds. Just go to bed.
Plain Slurpee, unflavored.
Tony just wants a plain chocolate bar. You mix all the flavors. I kind of
Not all the flavors. There's cherry is one flavor. Coke is another flavor. Cherry Coke's not one flavor. You got to mix two to get it.
Oh, see, now I've seen cherry Coke as a flavor.
Oh, they must have.
Yeah,
they must have been
that's what I thought you
stealing
meant.
my ideas.
That's a good. I'll get you.
Back when I was.
I got you.
Copyright.
Yeah, I got you with the copyright.
Yeah.
All right, guys. One thing we didn't talk about in the show today, I posted on the Instagram. There was a very, very cheap property in Italy we were going to talk about. We're going to move that to Monday. We're going to have a fun discussion on that. Other than that, man, like I said, these are the kind of discussions we love to have. If you guys are new to the show and you've never done it before, this is your first time watching, hit that follow button. We'll be back Monday. We're here every Monday and Thursday, 4 p.m., 7 Eastern. We're always talking about nonsense. We love the chat. I love when you guys throw your ideas out there. Really, we want it to be a community. We want it to be people just bullshitting with each other, and that's what it was. Very important. Once again, though, guys, love you guys. We will see you Monday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Can't say it enough. I'm Nick.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Tony.
And we are the Two Dumb Idiots plus one today. Love you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called dumb.
Icy over Slurpee? That's shots fired! Shots
Goalie got
fired!
Ooh. Might as well say slush puppies better.
Kenzo, get over here, bro. Let's just come over here and bullshit. Wear a mask, you psycho. All right, love you guys. We're out of here, guys. We'll be back on Monday. Hey, guys, thanks for following us along. Another good clip here. Make sure to catch us out on Twitch and hit that subscribe button right here.